All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the Women's Leadership Forum Live. Oh my goodness, it's Friday. Thank goodness it is Friday. We all made it. I don't know about you, but this seemed like a tough week for me. I don't know. It seemed like every document, I use Word, I use Excel, I use a PowerPoint, I use all the Microsoft Office tools. Shout out to Microsoft Office. And I use every spreadsheet that they could possibly throw at me from the state of Maryland. Okay, I am happy to be here today because it's Friday and I did make it. A lot went on in the news, but thank goodness that I am here. Now, who am I? My name's Colette Coakley. I'm the Vice President of Human Resources for Maryland Public Television, and I'm also the founder of the Women's Leadership Forum. We're in our fourth year, going to our fifth year, and I am proud to say we have over 2,000 women in our network who share their resources, who share words of encouragement, who share their tips, who share their knowledge so that we can see each other move forward. That's what our theme is. We're trying to move each other forward, trying to make the best. Sheila Murphy, who was our she wasn't our keynote, she was our moderator. Our moderator said, make lemonade out of those lemons. And that's what we try to do each and every time that we see one another, is to give each other resources so that we can move to various levels in our careers, various levels in our communities, in our homes, in our workplaces. And so we try to make sure that we network with one another to help each other out. That's, after all, that's why we're on this earth, to move each other, not just ourselves, move each other forward. Now, having said that, I want to talk about moving a business that has been associated with us for almost 3 years now. They are more than just the candle maker. Wait a minute, let me open this up. Okay, let me try this. Let me try to do this right. Can you smell that? Yeah, okay.
It's smelling good. It's smelling good.
This scent is called, this scent is called a Black Power. Okay, I never can get this right. It's called Black Power. Okay, I'm smelling it. It's kind of spicy, but yet sweet. I don't know what that means, but I know one thing: when you do light it, it permeates your entire house. And with that wick in there, now I told somebody this, and then after I told them, they can't get it out of their head. With this wick here, when it burns, it sounds like your fireplace burning. So if you have, like me, a fake fireplace, but you want it to sound like a real one, these are the kind of candles that you want. And let me just tell you, the company that creates that is ZenMe Creations. ZenMe Creations. And they not only create candles, they have body sprays, they have sugar scrubs, they have all of those feel-good things for you when you are trying to take care of who? Self. When you are doing self-care, make sure you check them out. That's ZenMeCreations.com. Now, today, wow, what can I say? I have a marvelous, intelligent guest on my show today. Whew. Now, if you missed her, you missed a wonderful conversation at the Women's Leadership Forum. The Women's Leadership Forum got high marks. And guess why? We had great guests. And our guest here today is Miss Jameece Pinckney of HyQuest Consulting Solutions. We're welcoming her today because I'm excited because you all have asked for this information. You all asked for it time and time again at the Women's Leadership Forum events. And we are going to, I'm going to spill the beans. I don't want to talk about that right now. I'll talk about it at the end of the show. But today, during this show, we are going to talk about what? Building, branding, and banking on your business. Let me say it again, because some of you all caught Belle Biv DeVoe, but that's not what I said. I said building, branding, and banking on your business. Okay? And today, again, we welcome Jameece Pinckney of HyQuest Consulting Solutions. Welcome, Jameece.
Thank you. Thank you, Colette.
So let me just tell you all a little bit, because you know how I start out. I say something, then the guest says something. So let me just tell you just a little bit about the guest. She is the president and CEO at HyQuest Consulting Solutions, and she's the founder and chair. It says man, but I'm going to say woman because we are on the Women's Leadership Forum platform. So she's the founder and chairwoman of the Ophelia Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Welcome, Miss Pinckney. I'm so glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
Okay, now look, I said all those words, but I need for you to tell our guests and our viewers a little bit more about yourself and tell us a little bit about your journey that got you to the big chair of president and CEO of HyQuest Consulting Solutions. Okay?
Right. It sounds exciting, right?
It is.
But there's a lot of work that went into that, a lot of work that's still going into that.
Absolutely.
Well, Colette, first, let me just say thank you so much for this platform, this opportunity. You didn't have to, but from one visionary, because you are an incredible visionary, founder of the Women's Leadership Forum. So glad to be connected. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here today. So thank you to all your guests that tune in and to this show. So hopefully they'll be able to take away a few nuggets after today. So, my journey, I started out, in my career in business, and I've been in the government contracting space for, as time goes by, nearly 20 years, it seems. And at some point I decided that, we want to take this leap into entrepreneurship. And my husband, who also was retired military and decided to, his background was in contracting, and I on the government side, and I spent most of my career on the civilian side in industry. We decided to merge. It takes two to make a thing go right. Right? Baby. Indeed. Woo. And so we catapulted this business back in 2015. And went into the business of government contracting. Our core capability is providing acquisition in contracting services. We sell ourselves as a mission support organization, so we have federal and commercial clients, and we've just been scaling from there. So very, very, very pleased again to be here to share some thoughts about the HyQuest, and of course we won't really talk about the foundation today, at least not on this show as much.
Okay.
But the
foundation, talk a little bit about that towards the end of the show, because we're a nonprofit and we like supporting others. So we do want to hear a little bit about the foundation. But let's talk about the big B's here: building, branding, banking on your business. Okay, let's start at the beginning. And the beginning of the business, which is building, right? Let's talk about it. Okay, you already said it wasn't easy.
Was
What
it
does
easy?
it look? What does it look like when you're starting out? You're just starting out your business.
It's a concept, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that with a lot of this pandemic, of course, has spawned a lot more entrepreneurs who are aspiring, and they've given some thought. And they said, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and just start a business, or I have a concept, an idea that's been resting with me for years, and maybe now is the time. And
Yeah.
starting a business and during a pandemic is not easy. It's challenging. It can be daunting and even to some degree fearful, right? But it's not impossible, right? And so many companies, individuals, entrepreneurs, small businesses have reimagined. These are some of the buzzwords that have come out of the pandemic. Reimagine what business looks like,
Mm-hmm.
developed a plan, and they're beginning to move that business forward. Some of the challenges are, how do I get started? What tools do I have at my access? What resources are available to me? And I think when you're starting out as an entrepreneur, you have to just do an assessment and just sit back and say, um, really, what consumers are going to buy or take in what I'm selling, whether it's a good, a product, or a service. Who really needs what I have? And you just really begin from there. And working on and developing a strong business, a sound business plan will really jumpstart those concepts and those ideas that you've come up with.
Okay, so two questions in my head. Okay, when you said that, one is, and I get this from Shark Tank.
Right.
Okay, from Mr. Wonderful, right? What is the difference in your mind between a business and a hobby? A business and a hobby. Because, well, I'm gonna let you fill in that blank. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I think, a hobby is just something, I think I want to make cakes or bake cookies for anyone who calls me because I just like to do it. You're not really looking to make any real financial gain or profit out of that. You're just doing it because it's fun. You have a skill, it's a desire, it takes your mind off of things, and it's fun to do. A business, on the other hand, you certainly are going into business to make a profit in most cases. So if you're taking the time to establish a business, I would think that, it becomes your livelihood. It becomes, you're putting everything into that, and you are all lock, stock, and barrel. You're ready to establish yourself. Business means bringing folks on board. Business means, you are launching yourself out there and putting yourself in market and commerce. So, which, you're targeting your consumer base, and you're ready to go to work.
Okay, so please understand this. Just because you have a business card does not mean you have a business. Just because you have a business card does not, because there's certain things that you have to do to establish yourself, right?
That's
As
right.
a business.
That's right. And that goes into the building. I out of this pandemic, one of this initiative that I've started and we've launched is the logo to market. So taking entrepreneurs and individuals who have ideas about starting a business, getting them from their logo stage, the idea phase, something that's solid and tested that will help get you to market. And in the
Mhm.
building phase of that, so the building, the branding, and banking on your business is the process. And when you have something when you have that idea or that concept, there's a lot that goes into the building phase, right? Any you build a house, you have to have a strong foundation. Part of that foundation is establishing yourself legally, right? You have to go to the state. You need to get yourself incorporated or set up your LLC. Then you need an EIN number, right? So that the IRS can do their part. And from that, you take those documents, you need an operating agreement. You get that operating agreement if it's just yourself or you bring in on partners, and you pooling together, your resources and to establish an operating agreement. Now you take those three pieces to the bank so that you
Mhm.
can set up that bank account. I know if you all are applying for the PPP or the EIDL, they want you to have a business name in your banking account in your business name in many instances. So you have to have the legal structure in place to have a strong foundation to building that business.
Okay, I'm going to ask you another question, follow-up question. Is cash only, is that a business? I'm just asking. Okay, I'm not trying to be funny, but just because yeah, go ahead.
No, to all of the I'm sure your guests are laughing. It depends on what the business is.
Okay.
It depends on what the business is,
Okay.
I'll leave that.
You're gonna leave it. You don't leave it
there.
Look, like they said, leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there.
I will say that businesses usually cut checks, and employees are paid by check in most cases, but it just depends. You can have a cash business. You hairstylists, for example, you go to your hairstylist, you pay in cash. So it just depends on what kind of business you have and what those practices are.
Okay, let's move to the branding, because we're gonna get we're gonna touch on all the B's here. We're gonna give you something that's gonna make you want more from Jameece, right? She's just giving you a little bit like
high level.
Yes.
High level nuggets.
Okay, high level nuggets. Okay, branding. We talked about personal branding earlier in the month, but there is business branding.
There is.
There's branding of your business. I know that we had a certain way that we branded ourselves when we first started out with the Women's Leadership Forum. And this year we took a lot of time and a lot of effort in coming up with new branding. And now it seems like there's a whole lot of people that's saying that word forward. At least I feel like it. It's just like that car that you bought that you thought was the only one on the road, the only color on the road, and now you see 10 people driving that same Camry that you bought on the road.
Great branding. Great branding. So everyone wants that car.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the way we feel about the forum. Now, talk a little bit more about the branding.
Well, branding is key to your success. When you're going in a business as an entrepreneur, or if you're an existing business, developing great marketing strategies will help you elevate your business. The majority of people are on social media. So if you're a business and you're not on social media, you may want to rethink that, because social media will certainly allow you to reach customers and a base that you may not even be aware that's there. It'll allow you to tap into a number of other consumers. So developing great marketing strategies to include email. Email is still effective, print, and social media. Social media is just I think has risen to one of the top ways to get your business out there, get exposure. Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, it seems like LinkedIn has become the all-in resource now, and just like Facebook and Instagram, then of course Instagram. Twitter, in my experience and what I've seen, is not one of those, the social media. It seems like it's more for news and things like that, although you can certainly use Twitter. But I think the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the LinkedIn for sure will certainly get you some presence. But beefing up that social media is definitely key. Business cards, of course, getting an actual logo, getting print material, your marketing material that you want to get into circulation. Those are different forms of branding. Paraphernalia, anytime you stand before someone or you're going out and you're marketing yourself, you see a lot of business owners have their own T-shirts with logos and polos with their, symbols and things on them. So marketing is definitely key to the branding.
So I want to say this little saying is everything is not for everybody, and everybody is not for everything. thing. And I say that because um, all social media types, all print, all marketing material has to be tested, or there must be a reason why you're using it. Otherwise, it's been my experience, you can waste your dollars, right? And purchasing or being in spaces, even though social media is for free, you can waste your time in let's say Facebook when your fans are all in LinkedIn.
That's right. Or in Instagram,
Okay. Or Instagram. So yes, you have an opportunity to try those things, but know how you spend your time and money, which leads us to, guess what? The banking part of your business. How, I'll just let you tell us, what do you want to leave us with on the banking part?
Right. So you're
of
going
your
into it,
business?
I think that goes back to your question you asked, as to, the difference between a hobby and a business. So here you have this idea, you have your concept, you have you started to build that structure around your business. Now you've made an investment in terms of marketing, getting your name out there, getting yourself out there. And now it's time to reap the results, right? You want to, and I think that's twofold. Not only do you want to make money and a profit on the business, but you also want to have access to resources that's going to help strengthen and create a financially sound structure also for your business. Getting an accountant and or a CFO or a controller of some sort that can help you manage the books, making sure, because everything's auditable, right? So you want to have that piece of your financial, the structure around the business in place intact. Then you definitely want to get out there. You want to look for those resources. The banking institutions, developing sound relationships with your local bank is really, really key. I know that those who have been working with trying to get the PPP or the EIDL, having those great relationships with those banks have been key to getting their paperwork pushed through and getting those funds. So banking relationships. And then, of course, ensuring that you're bringing in enough revenue that's going to sustain you. So again, that goes to the product itself, what you're selling. Are you selling something that's going to bring in dollars and really make you profitable? All of that goes into ensuring that you have a financially sound and ensuring that you're going to be financially set as you build your business so that you can move it forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, as grandma would say, you don't want to also go out here with a one trick pony, right? So, even though you may have sold in the week, you sold a lot of pies in the week, and next week you're not selling anything. The following week you're not selling something. It may be just a one trick pony. So you're going to have to develop something that is sustainable, because
That's
you
right.
want more than just one paycheck, right?
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I would definitely encourage, if I were going to leave some tips
Yeah.
for for the guests and those that are listening and watching. Moving a business forward, is definitely possible, right? Building a business
Hmm.
with a soundproof plan, and really, honestly, I shouldn't say soundproof, because you're going to face challenges. I started out by saying, we're here, and the title looks good, but it doesn't mean that it didn't come without a lot of hard work, for sure. But if I were going to leave some tips, for the entrepreneur, for the existing, or if you're thinking about going into business, make sure you think about the consumers who need or want what you're selling, and that may require you to do some market research. You get out there and make sure that there's a market for what you're selling and what you want people to buy from you, whether it's a good or a service. Develop great marketing strategies so that you can elevate your business. And there are a number of tools and resources out there for you to do that. Basically, social media, in so many ways is it, so you definitely want to enhance your social media presence so that you can connect with a base of consumers that you may or may not have been able to tap into. And then finally, I would encourage you just to stay positive. This is not an elevator ride. Because you have a great idea today, you sold $1,000 worth of pies, on Friday, and you may only be selling one on Monday. It's a stair climb, and you have to take this and building your business one step at a time. So don't look at this as something I can just get into and ride straight to the top. It's going to require a lot of hard work, and with that, you may just feel like you want to give up. Don't give up. You have to stay positive in this. I have a lot of faith. I believe in the maker. And so, I'm constantly on my knees and diligently in prayer about the business. Sometimes things don't always go right. You got to worry about payroll, making sure that your employees are taken care of, that your business is strong. And so I just want to encourage you to stay positive and keep things moving in the face of challenge. And of course, we're in a pandemic, and it may not seem easy, to get out here and start a business, but it's not impossible. Some of the great ideas over this last year, I've listened to a lot of people talk about the great businesses that they've been able to launch during this time. So those are some tips that I would definitely leave to that entrepreneur.
I'm going to ask you, okay, and those were like such excellent tips that I want you to go through them. And at the end, I have one more parting question, right? So just say I think you named 6, right?
4, at least 4,
okay,
4.
Felt like 6, but okay, 4. Name the 4 again.
Think about what your consumers want.
What do the consumers want? What do people need?
What do they need? Are you selling something that they want to purchase?
Right. Don't go out here and selling Kool-Aid and nobody's drinking Kool-Aid anymore.
That's right. They've moved to some flavored water now.
Flavored water. Okay. Right.
They moved to flavored water.
Yeah. We moved on up. Okay.
That's right.
Then, number 2.
Developing marketing strategies, to elevate your business.
And was that including the social media?
Well, you can develop marketing strategies. I think social media really could stand on its own.
Okay.
It's its own beast, because you're getting into a point. One of your points is the statistics and things that's really going to drive that engine. So I would say developing marketing strategies, social media could be included in that, but I would make it a number 3. Because enhancing your social media presence is definitely key.
All right.
To your business forward.
Okay, because most of us, even like our grandparents, they are now scrolling.
They are.
They left the strolling part. They scrolling. They're scrolling through the phone and they land on something that they like. If you think that they're just still watching QVC, no, QVC is now on the phone. Right? And so we better get on our phones, our iPads, and put our business out there so that others can find us, right? Because sometimes we wonder, like, how come nobody knows I'm here? Well, that's because you're not on you're not on social media. And 9 times out of 10, if you're trying to attract something to the young people, now I got to tell you all something. With the Women's Leadership Forum, I gained an intern. Woo! I gained an intern. My intern asked me, Miss Colette, any young people on your team? I thought I was it. No, what she was trying to say was that my social media game was off and that she was here to help. So shout out to Chloe, because I'm so glad that you're here, because you're the young person that I've been looking for. Thank you. And she is helping with the social media, and they know it. They know it.
They know it. To your point, We did the same. We brought on 2 interns, and let me tell you, we had not been on Instagram. We're on Facebook and LinkedIn, but just over this past week, my intern just set up our Instagram page. So if you're out there, please like us or hashtag us at HyQuest Consulting on Instagram. We need you. We need you. We need you. So I get it. The interns are definitely key.
Yeah. So don't poo-poo the young people. The young people, they got it going on, and they're trying to teach us here. If you trying to sell something, guess where you can do it, and here's how you do it. And they're quoting the lingo that guess what? I don't know.
That's right.
Young people, we appreciate you. So we didn't get to the 4th thing, did we?
The 4th one is stay positive, be agile. You have to be flexible in this ever-changing market and climate. You know, 2 years ago, we didn't think we would be in this virtual environment full time, but here we are. You know, so in business, we've had to rethink how we conduct business, from government to delivery services, which, by the way, has increased because people now want, delivery, food and everything delivered. Groceries, Walmart is just banging right now with delivery service. You know, the catering, the food services.
Some people out there dating the Amazon. Okay. They're dating Amazon, UPS, and everybody else because he appears at the door every day.
At the door every day. Cleaning services, people wanting to be more sanitization in their homes. So cleaning services have increased. So there are services and businesses out there that are thriving through this pandemic. So it can be done.
Absolutely. Okay. So I talked my way all the way to 6:30. So I'm going to have to reserve my question for another time because my question is pretty big. And I'm going to start it off, and I want the viewing audience or listening, I want them to think about it too. I want y'all to think about, who are you surrounding yourself with in your business? Who are you surrounding yourself with in your business? And the reason why I ask is because you see, now we can have some haters out there who I'm about to say, but I'm going to tell you, they are actually taking their money to the bank. And that would be LeBron James. And LeBron James, you look at who he has surrounded himself with. And you look when he entered into the NBA, right? As a team. But LeBron is taking the money to the bank. And LeBron, he seems like he's spending his money wisely. Right? And there's a reason. And he must have some sound advisors. So I'm going to leave you on that note, and we're going to talk about that at another time. But those of us who are in business, right, think about, who are you surrounding yourself with? And we're going to come back at some point in time and talk to Miss Pinckney again about those who are around us advising us.
Yeah, that's really key. That's going to be
good. Everybody don't make a good advisor. Okay.
That's going to be good.
I'm just going to say that. But I want to thank you, Miss Pinckney, for being our guest and giving us those 4 tips. I know you had 6 in you. Yes. And remember what the title of this is. See, she's going old school. She had the flyer, but it's on her social media too. Building, branding, and banking on your business. Building, branding, and banking on your business. And remember, part of her business is bringing your logo actually to market. And you know what? Let me ask you this. Before we go, even though I thanked you, tell us where we can find you.
HyQuestConsulting.com, www.HyQuestConsulting.com is our website. We can be reached at Instagram at HyQuest Consulting, and also on Facebook at HyQuest Consulting. So we look forward to hearing from you. Like us, share us, and we look forward to working with you.
Okay, and one more plug for your foundation, the Ophelia Foundation.
Oh, the foundation, Ophelia Foundation. She is just wonderful and beautiful. Ophelia is my grandmother. Ophelia is my husband's mother. And this organization was established simply on the principle of helping others. We're a grassroots organization in the community, making it work for others to help, like HyQuest, move us forward.
We're gonna move us forward. And so, what Jameece hasn't told you is that she's the main singer in the group. Every time she says forward, it is with some notes on the end. And so we appreciate her placing our brand in musical notes, if you will. It works because there's a lot of people that are moving it forward, forward. And we want you to continue to move it forward. And we're wishing all of the businesses that are out there to continue to think out of the box during these times and test to make sure that you continue to move it forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're being silly here, but actually serious at the same time. We do want you all to continue to move yourselves forward in the community, in your homes, in your networks, and at work, because it's important. It's important. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. We're here to encourage you. And everything that we have to give to you today and in any of our broadcasts is meant to move you forward. It's information that you can use to help you make decisions about your life and about your businesses and your families. And so what else do we have in store? I feel like it's not Monty Hall, but one of those game shows. We have a lot going on here. This is Friday night. I know y'all just got paid and money in your pocket and the rest of that song. Okay, but we have next week in which we're going to be moving it forward, and we have Sharon Reed. I hope you all know who Sharon is, because last night, and I'm getting after Sharon. Sharon had on her Facebook page a lobster and some mac and cheese. And you in my neighborhood, Sharon. You're in my neighborhood asking, what can you do with this lobster mac and cheese?
Mm-hmm. I told her I wanted an order because she was trying to figure out who she can make some for. So we're on the list. Let me tell you that. Ron, if you're listening, we're on the list.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be like Sherman Hemsley and say, move it on up. Move it on up. We want to be up on that list. Okay. So Sharon Reed is coming to us on Monday. Just give us that easy tips, those easy, nutritious tips. I don't know how nutritious mac and cheese is, but we're going to try to make it nutritious. And give us those tips in order for us to move our food forward and our nutrition forward. And then I'm going to take a slight hiatus on next Wednesday. So the next time that you will see me after that, along with my guests, will be Friday. And so what I want you all to do is, first of all, we're going to thank Miss Jameece Pinckney for being our guest today. And if the crowd can cheer, thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And this collective that we have here appears every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here. And if you're looking for us, guess where you can find us? In this marvelous, this scroll here. You can find us on forwardwlf.org, or our hashtag is forwardwlf. And I'm so slick that I heard, we should be on social media. So guess what? You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn. We are all over it because guess what? I have an intern, y'all, who is helping me to do all of that. Yes, I'm giving my shout out to Miss Chloe from Morgan. I appreciate you. And what else do we have in store? Oh, I don't have a crawl for it, but I do know what it is. In July the 10th, we are going to have a mastermind class. What does that mean? What you heard tonight, you're going to get more of. And we're going to, as they say, we're going to get down. We are going to give you so much that your business can't help but to move forward. That is going to be delivered by none other than Jameece Pinckney and Miss Erica Roberts, who you've seen here on Wednesdays, on the first Wednesdays of the month. So we have a schedule. If you want to know what that schedule is, you go to forwardwlf.org and you can download the schedule. We are here for you. We want you to continue to remain masked up, socially distant, wash your hands, because we want to see you. We actually want to see you on each and every show. But if you can't do that, catch us on a replay. But we are here for you each, not only Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but each and every day. You can shout out to us anytime that you choose. But until then, we're asking you to remain safe. And with that, I want us to wave off and wish everybody a wonderful weekend and continue to remain safe. Thank you for being such a lovely guest, Jameece, and see you on the other side of the month. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.